Oh, man. Yeah. I'm pretty hot.
Wow. What brings the phoenix back to me?
Yeah, I'm literally exploding over here.
You were literally dead, and now you're not.
Like, my pants are about to burst off of my body, like, into flames. I'm not sure if that's from, like, some sort of, like, sexual innuendo, or because of, like, STDs, or, like, the rampant alcoholism. I can't be sure.
I think you just put a lit lighter in your pocket.
The Phoenix is one of the many nicknames of Guillaume Lemillion, Revachel's second greatest male disco artist. This is an
Nice.
honor.
Second greatest? Who's the greatest?
You know, after I saw that the jeans had a thing in it, I can't help but feel like the likelihood of something being in any of these clothes being a non-zero chance. So it's not impossible we put on a pair of clothes and it's like, oh yeah, there was a semi-activated lighter in this. And so if you're in these for 4 hours, your pants just start aflame and you can almost die. And it destroys the pants. Like, that's what I would expect from this game. That would be cool.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
In a sense, that is true.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Oh, right. See, you know, I love these voices because half of them seem really reasonable at first. Like, suggestion has usually been pretty on point. Like, visual calculus I don't think has been fucked up at all. But almost every single one of these has a side to it where you're like, oh, frickin' Encyclopedia's gonna chime in. This'll be useful, and it gives you, like, the most unnecessary, insane, specific information possible. Or, like, Half-Light is like, hey, you should punch that guy. Like, the contrast...
Sometimes they're the angel and devil on your shoulder, and sometimes it's... Carrot is a vegetable that some people eat.
Sometimes the contrast between how helpful they are and how directly non-helpful they are is fascinating. What's your name, miss, for the record?
Clausier Amondu.
Clausier.
I was close. Amandu.
Same name that Titus gave you. It sounds Oranese, as does her accent.
I disagree. She doesn't look like an orange at all.
Smack you.
Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
Birthmarks.
But also, she's Miss Orange Disco Dancer.
Yep.
Oh wait, hold on. That says Oranje, doesn't it?
Thanks, subtitles, for ruining the surprise. Fucking spoilers. Are you from Oranje?
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate.
What is that?
A bad memory, officer.
Of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
Yeah.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
Everybody has a very floral vocabulary in this game. And everybody just likes to...
Well, they're floral in different ways. Like, Kuno is not talking the same as the late Plaisance from the bookshop. And then Gart is definitely not kind of spilling his guts at you poetically.
Fair.
But definitely, yeah, I would agree. I mean, that's a testament to the writing, right? Sometimes people exposit a little bit more than they should, but for a lot of characters it makes sense. With, like, Joyce, for instance. Or Rejoice, as she prefers it. How old?
How old?
How you old?
I'm 28.
Damn, girl, you don't look a day over skeleton.
You don't even know what a skeleton is.
She's got a skeleton in her.
Is it piloting her meat mech?
Yes. We're all just skeletons piloting meat mechs. Much like being pregnant is like operating a baby operating a lady mech.
I don't like any of that.
What do you do, miss? What is your specialization? I wonder.
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit.
Huh. Okay.
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
Huh. I figured she was like a lady of the night from the way that she was like strutting about. I don't know. That goes to me for assuming. I've got a lot to learn about Oranese culture.
Or people.
And people.
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
Huh.
Yeah.
a major is just like, man, I hate language.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Yeah, I'm pretty Revacholian lit. Okay, but what do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
Just like everybody who goes to college.
Show her some money.
Money is important.
Oh my
Wait, I'm just pulling out a fucking, like, 20. I'm like, hey, have you seen this before? I found this. This is money. Are you poor? Just go full balls out.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
Oh my god.
She looks at the black note in your hand. I assume that's not literal black note. But that's cool.
I assume it a black note is like a black banknote.
Yeah,
as
sure.
though
Yeah.
the paper money is.
Yeah. Am I holding a toothbrush? What am I holding? Is that like a pair of shears? Or is
I
that
remember
like
you put something in your hand.
I can't fucking remember, but I can't check right now.
You can't press X right now?
I mean, I can, but it doesn't show me in inventory because can't do that during a conversation.
Oh, okay.
It's probably fine. Maybe it's just my my shears, but or like my crowbar. It's just a weird perspective. Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Orania 37.
Woo!
Of course she won a beauty pageant. She's very symmetrical.
Hey, there's the thing I was talking about with visual calculus.
Sometimes it's just...
That's insane. That's an insane thing to say. We're like, hey, he's really good at solving crime scenes, and also he thinks symmetry makes you beautiful.
I mean, mathematically it does, but...
That is true, but that's not the reason.
No.
Can we take a look at your passport, please?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
I don't think those airline tickets would do you any good. I'm pretty sure the flight would have already gone by now. But that's cool.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
Yeah, because of the stealing. I'm pretty sure I have the legal right to demand your passport, miss. Please go dig it up from that hole in the ground. That's somewhere. How do I know you've told us your real name? I don't. Okay. Give me your passport.
Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents.
Yeah. Fair.
I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street. And I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
Yeah. Fair.
There are plenty of other reasons for hiding your documents from the law.
Yes, but that's not why you did it, is it?
It's also why I hid it.
Right.
Why, yes.
He's suddenly very attentive.
I'm an unpopular girl.
Mm-hmm.
There are people back home who don't like me. If they show up, I'm in a hurry.
Right.
The kind of hurry where you can't afford to not find your documents. But don't worry. This has nothing to do with your investigation.
Yeah, but also, I'm the police, so you're under arrest.
You just like saying that to everybody.
You know what?
You
It's
probably
fine.
said that to Kim.
I don't think I've said it to Kim, but that's fine. I just like saying you're under arrest and also you're the murderer. It's fun to say.
You would make a terrible police officer.
I would make a great police officer. I just gotta do better about not vocalizing the thing in my brain.
I mean, the only thing you would be good is making your quota.
Hey,
Arresting every...
hey, and when it comes right down to it, that's what the taxpayer wants. What kind of people are these? The ones that don't like you?
I would love to change the subject. It's not important. Unless I'm some kind of suspect.
She arches an eyebrow.
Didn't she say you would have to interrogate her before? And that she didn't do it? What was up with that?
Earlier you said, I would have had to interrogate you. Suspects are interrogated. Not yet. No, we've just come to talk. You might be. Why did you say that earlier?
Well, well. It seems I either underestimated you or overestimated your hangover, officer.
Her voice is so distinctive. Nice. Very clearly somebody who's, like, smoked a good bit.
It's very gravelly, but not in a bad way.
But not like, overly, like, stomaed out.
Yeah, almost like a 28-year-old chain smoker.
Yeah.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you feigned that fuck having line to get me to say something stupid. Is that so?
The lieutenant
No.
gives you a little look.
That's right, we didn't tell him.
It's good we discussed your history with her, he thinks. I can play along.
Turns out it did suck for you.
That was sincere.
No, I'm just dumb.
I mean, that's what that third option is.
So is this telling me we should act more nuts? Or that we should just tell the truth?
I think 1 or 3. I don't think 2's good.
I don't think she'll believe us if she thought that we did that on purpose. I'm just gonna be honest. Honesty is the best policy.
What has that gotten you anywhere in this game?
Only in... Well, it did get me shot. At least once.
Was that honesty or was that stupidity?
What's the difference? No, that was more deep than I was expecting that to be. That's my number one response. No, that was sincere.
I'm flattered. You told us about the investigation Friday night, downstairs, at a table full of local kids and dock workers. You told pretty much everyone, after you showed them your gun.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, I thought it would be funny to say I didn't do it, because I knew about your investigation. Does that make me a suspect? I really must stop saying stupid things.
She's cringing. Quick, go for the strike. Ah.
I mean, we did just come to talk.
Hmm.
And you said honesty is the best policy.
Yeah, but I also said I'd want to ramp up the insano the further we went. So I'm going to go with, you might be.
No, I'm not.
She waves you on.
My colleague has an exploratory sense of humor. Don't hold it against him.
Shut up, Kim. I'm doing a thing. It's intentional.
You do have an exploratory sense of humor in this game.
That's true. How do I know you've told us your real name then?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
Yeah, maybe that's like the orangey version of like
Oranje?
John Eiffel
Eiffel.
or Pierre Eiffel. You're like, I'm a French guy. My name is Jeanne Baguette.
Shut the fuck up.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
I mean, I
Oh
wouldn't.
god, I love drama.
I mean, I wouldn't put it out of the game to have a character named Jean Baguette show up. And you're like, yeah.
Jeanne Baguette, cousin to Jean de Baton from the Z Crew.
I hate bread. You're right, drama is great, but he's also the most candid about being fucking nuts. Kind of like electrochemistry.
Just the way you like it.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Pours herself more coffee from that cup. That's just a cup. That's fine. Thank you. That's it. For the record.
The record. So official.
Okay. Nice room you got here. Actually, it's suspiciously nice.
Ask her about the flower. I want to know about the flower.
You want to skip the list? Alright.
She looks at the dried petals in your palm.
Oh,
Then
that's what I'm holding.
lightly touches one.
The flower.
with
Oh,
your
that makes
fingernail.
sense.
Yeah, that's fair. I gotta make sure I keep my bag. I gotta have my bag.
Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Oh, I think there was a while back we picked something up. I think it was just a bottle. I think sometimes we pick up bottles and they have unique icons. That's why they don't show up in our inventory.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Why was it there? Sudden change of topic. That's like somebody just being like, they're in the middle of a conversation and you're like, I'm done talking about this, next.
You've done that to me.
Well, yeah, but that's because it was funny. Why was it there?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Wasn't it a couple different, like it was a bundle, right? And then that was just the one we caught?
I'm not sure.
Or an admirer?
Yeah, it looked like a bouquet. He admires, miss.
Admires? I'm too old to be a debutante. And this place is no fashionable
even
society.
30.
Are you actually 28? That'd be... maybe. I don't know.
I'm gonna double check the definition of debutante.
She looks over at the railing at the plaza below. Sick.
Question avoided. Let's conclude that she has admirers. Plenty of them.
Yeah, that tracks. Wonder if I can give this flower to the final boss and then he won't shoot me in the head. That'd be cool.
You've been playing too much Undertale.
I disagree. I think I need to play more Undertale. Nice room you got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
Why is deluxe in 2 words?
Because this game is foreign
Right.
and fun.
No one likes
And
to
depressing,
talk
a
about
little
their
bit.
dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally.
What are you doing here in the whirling rags? Look around. Hate to say it, but you've got sad all over the place. You have quite the collection of prescription drugs down there. That door lead to? Point to the door on the roof. That window is new. Yeah, let's start from the top. What are you doing here?
I'm wintering.
Thanks. What does that mean?
I'm molting for winter.
How long have you been staying here?
Oh, that's what it means.
About 4 months.
Yeah.
I came in November.
An odd way to put it. That's like I'm tropicking it, I guess.
She's hunkering down for the winter.
Yeah, she's hibernating. She's bulking up for the winter so that she can sleep in the cave. And then get up a lot more often than you think they would. And then eat people that walk by. Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Here in the... I like
Here on the whole Isola.
do
Came
it.
to see the new world. It's a tourist thing.
Yeah.
This is by far not the only reason she's here. She isn't overtly hiding it either.
Well, yeah, but she told us she was probably hiding from somebody. Probably has some debts or some people wanting to, like, mess her up. What happened to the old New World?
It turned out to be a Zarath-infested third world slum.
Cool.
Called Ilmera. And it didn't. Even after the Mesk colonized it 7 ways from Sunday, it's an industrial powerhouse.
Fair enough. But this place just screams depressing. Isn't that fun?
Yeah. I've contaminated it pretty bad.
Right. That's why, yeah, it's like you noticed downstairs that like there was a bunch of clothes all over the place. It was a mess.
I'm sorry. Oh, you mean in the game?
Yeah. I don't give a fuck about your place. Is that why you're out here?
The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door.
The sad. I've had to deal with the sad before. That's like when you're about to take the trash out, and then you pull it out of the thing, and you tie it up, and you're like, I don't want to take it outside, so you just leave it there. That's the sad.
Man,
Oh
your sad is
my.
way less depressing than my sad.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Don't.
Oh my. What if you contaminate this too? Spread your hands.
What does that mean?
I think he meant the roof, not himself. Again, I do like the confidence in being able to say that everything is about me. I like that, though. What exactly is the nature of the contamination? No, I like the first one.
The world.
She looks around.
A squall of seagulls under the
Oh,
low
yeah,
hanging
that's right.
sky.
When you spread your
Distant
hands,
machinery
talking
from the
to,
harbour.
Jazz
It's
hands.
wide open and cold.
Joyce.
Joyce, thank you.
Yeah.
Joyce earlier, when you did that, she also said the world. So that's probably the
Yeah.
same.
They're all drinking the same Kool-Aid. That's cool.
It's hard to contaminate such a wide open space. Even for me. At least I hope so. If I do, where will any of us go?
Where do we go? Where do we go now?
Somewhere.
Somewhere exactly. What exactly is the nature of this contamination?
For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you?
Yo, I've seen some places that people, like, inhabit for temporary periods of time. I don't know what, like, people's normal is, but, like, when they're, like, traveling or, like, in hotels, people could do some fucked up stuff. I think it's something about not having to clean up after it that just makes people, like, extra not empathetic.
What are you talking about?
Well, I've, like, waited tables before, and it's, like, the things people do to, like, dishes and, like, tables and, like, people do not clean up after themselves sometimes. I think that power of having somebody dedicated to, like, fixing your mistakes, just, it's like the equivalent of, like, loosening your... I was gonna say bowels, but that's gross. It's, you just, like, stop pretending like you care. And people just get really gross. It's like how most guys don't wash their hands when they leave the bathroom.
You what?
Yeah, about at least half of all men do not wash their hands when they leave the bathroom. At least half.
That's disgusting.
It's
Are you serious?
It is very, very, very common, yeah. Some people don't care.
Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial sad spill in there.
Yeah, it's gross. That's why you should always wash your hands. Oh, and never touch the door handle to a bathroom. Or get a towel, or get, like, a paper towel, and then grab the handle with that. Because that is, like, the most... Like, it's worse than the toilet. Because at least people clean the toilets.
I mean,
The handle to a bathroom has 10 times more germs on it than an average toilet seat. It's, like, actually insane. If you ever see a bathroom with a pull handle door, you get the fuck out of there as fast as you can. Don't touch the handle.
I always, when drying my hands, I always use that paper towel when I'm done
Oh,
to
yeah.
open the door.
Which you should. Yeah, that's just a good habit.
That's just something I've done
So
since
fucking
I was
gross.
a kid.
She taps the roof with her... Sorry, I was like, interrupting this, like... This interrogation with that. Like, hey, kids, wash your hands more often.
This is a PSA.
Somewhere below, military-grade sand is dripping off the walls. You should say the first thing.
It's fucking
honest.
sick.
It will lead to introspection.
Oh man, imagine the military coming in and spraying your walls with depression goo. We need to downgrade the mood of this place. Something is bad. Point to your head. In my head. In the past. Oh good, I'm glad you clarified. I hate objects. I'm part of the anti-object task force.
Wait, you're saying this out loud?
It's a demon who smells of betrayal and apricots. For me, it's alcoholism, miss. Oh, that's boring. I don't know what it is.
Oh my... I love how two of these are completely, like...
These are related to the thoughts that we had earlier.
Yeah,
Although we don't have them equipped.
correct.
Interesting.
I wonder if they just don't appear if you haven't found those thoughts. It's a demon who smells of betrayal. Betrayal and apricots.
I like the anti-object task force.
Go for it.
I've always liked the idea of just like, hey, I really like doing this, but I'm terrible at it. It's fun.
That's pretty hardcore. I'm part of the anti-human task
Hell
force.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, I could put that on a t-shirt.
Anti-human task force? Doesn't that just mean you're a terrorist?
No, it means I hate all humans equally. See, that's the important... The difference between... It's like the difference between, like, being sexist and just being an asshole is whether or not you cater specifically to hating one group or not. Yeah.
Sheer terror, panic, and screaming.
Thanks, Half-Light.
Woo! You sure like drugs. Me too.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
He says without any discernible irony. Cool. Narcomania is nothing to be proud of, miss. That's not true. It's quite impressive. How did you amass such a hoard?
No further question.
Yeah.
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
Nice.
The Anti-Star is, or was, a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs.
Damn.
He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
That's pretty rock and roll. The collection includes Nacra, an opioid antagonist. You seem to have, among other things, Preptide, which I now have, and will do later.
Probably don't bring it up then. Because then it'll be on her mind, and then she'll know it's gone.
Nah, man, this is a video game. They don't actually track that.
Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments.
Cool.
Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours, not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's
Wow.
just a merit speed molecule, basically.
Cool. It's also...
Cool, I took some.
I also took it from you.
What the fuck?
Oh no, why would I do that?
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Yeah.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
His tone isn't aggressive, just inquisitive.
Better safe than sorry.
Takes a drag and smiles. Should I show it to her?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Hey, I found this downstairs. Hey, Kim, you like this too?
You literally...
Well,
Okay,
what is he gonna do? Snatch it out of my hand?
you literally palmed it instead of taking it outright because you didn't want Kim to see.
I know, but it would be super crazy if I just turned around and went, "Hey, Kim, look what I stole."
Oh my god.
Huh? Motherfucker took my Preptide? Looks like you owe me one, officer.
Nah, she's cool.
I'm talking serious corruption here.
This does not amount to actual corruption. I can easily log it under confiscation.
See? Kim's a bro.
Robbed by common highwaymen.
She says to herself with a smile. See, she likes it. She likes the gusto. It's her shtick. She's been playing ball with us this whole time, so I like, we could literally do just about anything around her, and she'd be like, yeah, cool.
I think or at least my headcanon is, your character's been sincere the whole fucking time, like just a lunatic, and everybody thinks he's joking, and just going with it.
The world's so crazy that only the sane man doesn't make any sense.
Something like that.
I see the world for what it truly is. A mad cacophony of normalization peeking into nonsense.
It's hard to tell if she means it in earnest or as a joke.
Where does that door lead to?
You tell me, officer. I've been trying to open it, in case the contamination gets to the roof and I have to move on. No luck.
Damn it. That window's new.
It is.
She moves slightly to your left to check her reflection in it. Same.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Oh, to be a fly on that notebook.
You'd probably slap it.
No, he'd probably write a note about it. He loves notes. It's his favorite thing to do. I have other questions.
Okay.
Wow, that was loud.
Yeah, sometimes it be loud. She takes a pensive drag of her cigarette.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Need to talk about the room again. Okay. They tell us you've been through something difficult. I notice your room is close to mine. I have a personal question.
I don't want...
I want to do that first.
Yes. You're just one room away. Very personal.
Yeah, there's like a door like that leads into the room.
Good. Yes. This means she could have heard something. Like what you were doing before you blacked out.
I wonder if at some point we're going to have to break down the door between the two rooms.
And there's just a dead body there?
Yeah, and we're gonna find her dead or something. I feel like that makes sense. Didn't in the dream we had last night, we went through that door? Or am I crazy? Maybe not. Were you in Sunday night? I need to know what I did before I lost my memory. That's all.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions. Like,
So we gotta come back later.
Okay.
Yeah, one more thing to do when Kim's not around. Good, I've been trying to build a list of that stuff. So, they tell us you've been through, something difficult. Something having to do with, the murder.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
I don't want to talk about this shit.
I forgot this shit. Were you sexually assaulted, miss?
I think that is the proper way to ask that question.
Yeah, probably.
By sexually assaulted, you mean rape?
But she would have been cool with it, damn it.
Maybe.
She would have been like, yeah, fight the power. Cop. She takes a quick drag, unperturbed.
yes.
Yeah.
It's a bit early in the morning for rape, isn't it?
Actually, it's not, literally at all. What kind of fucking maniac would call it morning past 8 o'clock? That's just crazy. What does that mean? Were you... Actually, it's evening, miss.
Is it?
Squinting, she takes a look around. The sun sets in the sea. Long shadows pass over the plaza below. Oh yeah, she's got that permanent nighttime thing. She's like a vampire.
What the hell are you talking about?
So as she said before, it was always nighttime back where she was.
Oh.
Although it's possible she didn't mean that literally. Yeah, I can't be too sure.
It is evening. Time flies, man.
That's true. Did you also fly? Did you want me to make you fly? Pick her up and throw her over roof.
So you were? You weren't? Wait.
Whether or not she was assaulted.
Yeah, no, but like, I don't...
No.
I feel like these are gonna lead to different...
It's the same question. So were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
Oh.
Really?
By him, she must mean the victim.
Oh, there's my popcorn buddy right over there. Always love your reaction speed.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know...
Just
if they
gonna
want to
start
jazz up the
scanning.
charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Oh, jeez.
Huh. So...
So she's denying it.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
So they were
Interesting.
just trying to pin something.
They were obviously trying to defend her, so it's possible that she was, like, badgered aggressively, but maybe not in that way.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't
Right.
hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Ooh, getting right to it. Man. Okay, so...
So she's helpful, assuming she's telling the truth, which I have no reason to believe she wouldn't be.
So, all of what Titus told us was just all kayfabe.
I've never heard that word before.
It's a wrestling term. It means that you're going along with the story.
Okay.
So, like, a wrestler performing kayfabe, I think I'm getting that term right, is just like somebody who's following the script. So the term is then used like, don't break kayfabe, because you don't want to be the person that just like goes against what you're supposed to be doing, because it's lame. In this case, it's a little bit less lame. So, trying to follow the story here, it seems as though in most ways built up the story against the dude just to make it more reasonable. And thus make it more self-defense and not a lynching. So to speak. Minus the bullet.
Yeah.
Titus asked you to spice things up for us?
Pretty much.
She cradles her coffee cup in both hands.
Warming them.
Yeah. Right.
Pretty sure she knows.
Are you sure you weren't?
I'm 89% sure.
Classy.
89% is good enough. What the fuck? She's just fucking with you. I think.
Are
Actually,
you?
I don't know.
Are you President Not Sure? I can't. Does that mean you're 11% not?
You know how it is.
No, what?
Yeah, I do.
You may know.
I may. Do I? Actually, I don't. How is it then? I may.
Sure you do, you disco animal.
It cuts you down to size with their light brown eyes. Yeah.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
Okay. No one deserves to be raped.
That's true.
Sexual assault is a serious matter. I need a serious statement from you. Also true. It sounds like something happened, and you don't want to acknowledge it. Lieutenant, I don't know what to say about this. Sounds like something happened. Yeah, let's reverse psychology your ass.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be as flippant if I had been?
Interesting.
Yeah, you made her a little upsetty.
That's fine.
You're gonna get a negative to whatever the final bonus is.
I'm gonna even out that bonus. We're gonna go down the dark path where she
Kills you.
where she shaves half of her head and then starts like she like jacks a school bus or something. I don't know. We want to get the good path where she becomes your vigilante buddy and fights crime with you. What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
Wait, partied? Where have I heard that before? What is this word you mean, partied?
What kind of partying?
You mean-
The kind I do? Point to your bloated face.
You mean like a birthday party? I don't get it. What do you mean partied?
Oh my god.
Suspect partied with the victim. Write that shit down, Kim. No, I like birthday parties.
Yes. We made balloon animals, drank lemonade, inflated a bouncy castle.
Yo, that sounds lit.
Did you rim the lemonade with sugar? I like to do that. Oh my god, I love that one so much.
You're being sarcastic. That's not actually how you party. Did you do it this way? I like. Hey, putting sugar on the rim of a non-alcoholic glass is great.
Oh my god.
Actually, putting it on the rim of an alcoholic glass is good. It's just always fun.
Yeah, I love that too. We frosted the glasses. I unwrapped my bike. There was a petting zoo with little white rabbits.
Nice. Really?
I would like it to have been that way, but it wasn't.
How is it?
We drank, sir,
Right.
a lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
This is more, like, candid than I was expecting. I guess it's compared to the Hardy Boys down there, having somebody who's just like, yeah. No, I'll fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Is, like, weird.
It's a strange juxtaposition.
Were feelings involved?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and
Also, mixing
We
uppers
did
and
nothing.
downers like that, that's fucking crazy. Like, she's probably like a living cocktail right now.
Just, you mean like Harry?
Yeah, I'm a tall drink of water that somebody filled with sand and then vomited into.
How did you two meet?
The lieutenant's voice is quiet, calm.
downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
So Titus was jealous.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension?
Well, I mean, it seems like all of the guys that they sent in were, like, pretty fucking militaried up. So
Yeah.
I think, like, from what we talked to with the scab leader, like, that dude was pretty intense.
Yeah.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
So a bit, huh? Must have been hard seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. from the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It
Oh no,
hurts.
not cringe.
You look to the lieutenant.
Why would the Hardy Boys let us talk to her if it easily shattered their story? I mean, I guess they know that we know. That's kind of the point, but like...
They also apparently told her to
lie?
and just maybe assumed that she would.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Oh! Okay, so she's the one who called the cops on these guys.
Oh.
Jackpot.
Wow, that's a big break in the case. Call reporting the hanging. That was you.
I made it.
Nice.
And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Hey guys, everybody listen up. Lassie, she's a fucking snitch. You shouldn't listen to her. In fact, you should all just get her right now. Hey, just walk back downstairs. Hey guys, so she told me that she snitched on him? That's crazy, do you know that?
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
Before we go on, if it's snitching, then why do it? The caller's voice was...
What do you mean then why? What the fuck? Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, because she liked the guy. Is that not obvious? The caller's voice was...
No. What?
What?
I'm not saying... No, I'm asking why that's an option to say. If it's snitching, then why do it? What do you mean, why do it?
Because it puts yourself at risk. If you snitch, snitches get stitches, man. You go all around, you snitch on people, people are gonna fucking kick your ass. That's the whole point of snitching.
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
Really? So you didn't call at the beginning, only after, a couple days. Damn. The caller's voice was disgusted. Sorry, disguised. I'm disgusted.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it? How?
With nail clippers.
Oh, jeez.
And I diverted some radio fuzz into the cold wire.
That's not something I would typically expect an average person to know how to do.
Well, she's on the run.
I guess so.
So, she's God's mystery phone cutter.
No shit. Thanks, Logic. And in the process, you broke the landline downstairs.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Oh, so she...
I don't know about that.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying.
Yay!
Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry.
Hey,
apparently all of your alternate personalities like symmetry.
What's up with symmetry? Logic's face isn't even symmetrical.
Maybe he doesn't like himself like Harry doesn't like himself.
Who says we don't like ourselves? We're
Harry.
smiling.
I smile.
Dollar bills come out of that thing. It's a great place to be. Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe her when she said she wasn't sure that she broke it. That seems pretty sus.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
Oh, man. Imagine if I didn't even bother getting him down. That'd been crazy. What can you tell me about him? Name, age, eyes?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
Okay.
Another puff. More nervous. Yeah, no shit.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
I've also seen him in a dream.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine.
She's run out of a cigarette. Time to light a new one. Yeah, that makes sense. How do you see him? I see him as me. That's just esoteric enough to maybe give her some empathy.
She fishes a cigarette out of her pack and lights it, then looks at you with her lungs full of smoke.
I can see the similarity, yes.
She breathes out through her nostrils. The air smells of menthol.
Funny.
The lieutenant says softly.
Funny how?
Funny like a clown?
Hakim, now you're on the other end of interrogations.
Just look over at me, I got a little clown nose out. The garment ruse continues.
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
Right. Yeah, definitely kind of a more fucked up kind of way to see a crime scene, huh? I'm still caught up on that one we heard back in the... Like, I might look into that later.
Is this the square bullet one?
The square hole one, yeah.
I thought they mentioned something about it. I can't remember what it was.
That one was, like... That one's, like, very vivid to me. Oh, no, we did... That's, like, the one that we actually read. I guess if we wanted to kill time, we could read more of those stories. They take, like, half an hour each.
Yeah.
What do they hang him for, if not for rape?
He had something to do with the strike.
Yeah.
One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
Luckily, we actually do, and I don't have to just lie about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
Right.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Yeah, well that tracks with what we understand. Why was there a bullet in his head?
Bullet? They shot him too?
Her brows meet in the middle for a pained frown. So she didn't know about that.
I'm not picking up on any theatrecraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
Damn.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
I mean... kind of splitting hairs at that point. Like, they still brutally killed him.
You mean after
Or they
they
didn't.
hanged him?
Somebody had brutally killed him. I mean, after they hanged him.
I'm confused, sorry.
Yeah, there would have been the sound of a gunshot. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody would have heard that, right?
I mean, we figured out that he got shot before he was hanged. Because
Right.
There was no...
Yeah, no, I know
Ligature
that.
marks.
I mean, it just logically makes sense that they wouldn't have shot him up in the tree for
Yeah.
obvious reasons. But, like, functionally, there also would have been a fucking gunshot that people would have heard. So if people, like, and obviously they were trying to hide that.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Didn't seem that way, but yeah.
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
Interesting. So they told her they did it.
But wait, Gart's
This
the
is beginning
bartender.
to get confusing for you too. And we
That's
don't
crazy.
Like that. Where was she last Sunday night?
Okay, so now we gotta go to Gart and ask him why his name is Sylvie.
No, it's the lady on the phone we called, on the police line.
You're no fun.
Gart is the current bartender, though. That's true. This story just isn't adding up. We need to go investigate Gart about the bird and the bartender. Where were you when this happened?
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, they're a fucking paramilitary group. How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
And how did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party with them?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
No, it didn't seem like it.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
Yeah, have you porked Fat Angus?
I have.
Understood.
Okay, but which one though?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely.
Yeah, obviously Titus.
Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Oh. I wonder if she's had previous relationships with the Hardy Boys. And so when this guy showed up and she liked him a lot more, they got fucking pissed, like jealous.
I mean, that's the first thing I said is, oh, I guess they were jealous. Maybe that's why they killed him.
For sure. I mean, it was kind of obvious, but this kind of cements it a bit harder.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
Could that be why they lynched him? Jealousy? I'm saying that out loud.
Probably don't mention it.
Hey, Kim.
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason.
Hmm.
I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
That makes sense. What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
Damn.
Wow.
Brutal. Thank you for telling all of this to us, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Yeah, no shit. We got a lot to talk about. And a little something else before we go. A little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
You can return to this later. Don't you have something you can put in Volition?
No, Volition is the stat that affects our morale, so we don't have any clothes that can change it. It's just like our endurance, because it would change our health. So this is functionally a flat check, but it's a white check, so we'll try it. I've got a lot of morale, and it's about the end of the day, so if I burn some, it's not the end of the world.
Did you want to save before doing it?
No, because I don't intend to save scum.
Oh, yeah, right, fair.
Right. Hey, it's, like I said, I think the failure on these checks, in most cases, is way more interesting than some of the successes. Don't get me wrong, the successes definitely open a lot more doors, but the failures are really cool.
Oh,
hey, maybe I'll blitz it. Let's go.
Soft.
Holy
shit.
Yeah.